It's auction time, guys. Auction time. Sorry. You're not used to me being up here on Wednesday. You're not used to me being here on Wednesday. Buckhorn. Got any out there? Let's go. What's this? Is this Chris or is this Victory? Start with a big steer, ladies and gentlemen. That's a good big steer right there now. They're to get that $3 and three. They're to get that $3. They're to get that three and three. They're to get $3 here. Three. They're to get that three. They're to get three. They're to get two and a half. They're to get two and a half. They're to get five and 307 and a half. 10, 3, 10, 11. They're to get 11, 12 and 12. They're to get 3, 11, 12. They're to get 12. They're to get 12. So 3, 11. What about Troy 9? Steer. Steer 250 at 250 to 5 at 255 to 5 to 5 to 5 and tone 255 to 5 to 5 at 250 now 5 to 255 to 5 to 5 to 5 $2 10 210 20 30 40 50 250 250 250 Ricardo 240. Pretty good what? Okay, okay, okay. Okay. Okay, okay. Is she okay? Lot ever out there. Here we go, right here. 30 to get a 350, and 350 to get a 5, to get a 55, to get 5, to get a 60, and 65, to get 70, to get 70, to get 70, to get 70, and 365, 70, to get 70 out of here, and 70 to get 65, to get 70, to get 70, J6. Yep. Who's this? Same person. Sires Heifers. Mr. Sires Ola Heifers. $3.10 and $3 now 10 and $3 to get three to get three and three to get 10 to get 310 to get that 10 to get 310 and 310 to get 10 15 to get that 15 20 and 320 to get that 20 but 20 to get 20 to get 20 and 315 20 to get that 20 to get 20 to get that bar 315 put on a number. I don't know. John does, don't he? Whatever he does. No, just odds. I ain't gonna sell odds. Yes, sir. Can you see? No sound. Got it now? Got you. Got you. Thank you. Okay. At a big heifer right there now to get a 275.80 at 275 to give 80 to get a 275 to get 5 to get 5 to get 5 at 275 to get 5 to get 80 and 280 to get 5 to get 285 90 to get 290 and 90 to get out again 90 to get 90 to get 90 to give 85 and 90 here Varner 285 80. hanging meat. That steer right there now. That steer here to get $3 and $3 to get a three to get three and $3 to get $3 here. Get over the gate steer, guys. You get three and $3 here to get three to get 2.5 to get 3 2.5 to get 3 2.5 5 and 305 to get 5 to get 5 to get 5 Terry $3 Terry 2 12 $3 Terry 12. Did he bid before I sold out? And the big Heifers here now, 250, and 250, to get a 5, to get a 255, to get a 60, to get 5, to get a 70, to get 270, and 265, 7.5, 70, and 270, to get 70, Bryce Sugar, 70, to get 70, and 267.5, 70, internet's out, 70, and 70, to get 70, to get 70, to get 70, Varner, 267.5, 8. Yeah, they're kind of. Who would want a bred one like that? A wild sucker doing it. I'm out. Gentlemen. OKC and Neiman's right there. Steeros. Big old steers. Big old steers here, 285, 285, to get 90, to get 290, to get 85, to get 90, to get 5, to get 95, 3, and $3.05, to get 305, to get 510, and 307 and a half, 305, 7 and a half, to get 10, and 10, to get 310, to get 37 and a half, 10, and 10, to get 310, to get 10. Troy got him there, to get 307 and a half, 9. What do you got here? Big old stairs. Big old stairs here, 275, 275, to get 5, to get 5, to get 5, to get 80, to get 280, to get 85, to get 590, 295, to get 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, same way, 290. Strecker cattle, Chattanooga, Oklahoma. Long wean right here on them Streckers. Chattanooga, Oklahoma, Leonard. There you go, Strecker cattle here now, 335, at 335, to get 40, to get 35, 40, to get 35, to get 45, and 50, to get 5, and 5, to get 55, to get 5, 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 sold 350 internet, 350 internet, 350. 6 and preg. Bryce 6 and preg. The Rios heifer right here in Hennessy. Little cripple right here now to get $2.10, $2.10, $2.10, $2.10, $2.20, to get that 2.10, 20, to get that 2.10, 2.20, and 30, and 2.30, 40, to get 40, 50, to get 50, to get 50, 60, and 70, to get 270, 80, 280, 280, 90, 290, and 290, to get 90, to get 90 here, 90 there, Buckhorn 280, Buckhorn 5, 280. Jack Cunningham. Got a big ankle or big hoof. He's a good steer though, guys, right there now. To get a 250 and 60, to get us get 80, to get us 70, to get 270, to get 270, to get 270, and 260, 70, 85, to get 580, to get 285, 85, to get 5, to get 5, 285. All you people here are out 285. You just got 1 or 2 here. 285, 90. 290 internet chat now. 290 now 5. 95 now 3. $3 a pound. 05 sold $3 Bryce. $3. 88. Cripple's bringing pretty good. People. Way down low right there, $3 two and a half, at 302 and a half, 5, at 305, at 5, at 5, at 5, at 5, 2 and a half, at 7 and a half, at 307 and a half, at 307 and a half, at 7 and a half, 10, and 310, at 12, and 12, internet 312, at 12, at 12, 14, and 14, at 14, 16, and 16, internet 16, at 16, at 16, and 16, at 16, 18, 18, at 18, at 18, at 18, 18, at 18, at 18, at sold 216 or 316. Who is it? Haynes, 88. Got a big foot. Not real big. A little large a foot. $3.10 at $3.10, $3.10 and 10 to get a 310, 20 to get a 20 to get 20 to get 20 at 310 now, 20 to get 310 now, 20 to get 310 now, 28 to get Dan Tone. Ain't he cute? Then McNutt. Remember when you went through that with me? If he lives long enough, he'll make it. All right. Real proud. Real proud. $2.10, $2.10, under again at 10, under again at $2.10, at 2.10, under again at 10, about 10, 10, 10, 10. What do you say? 10, under again 10, under again. I got the hip off now too. At $2 here, 2, under again 2, under again 2, under again 2, under again $1.50, $1.50, 60, $1.70, 80, $1.80, 90, $1.90, $1.90, $1.90, $1.90. Cherry, $1.80. Put them at 9. You got a big front leg, $2.10, $2.10, 20, to get 220, to get 210, 20, to get 30, to get 30, to get 30, to get 30, to get 40, at 240, to get 230, 40, to get 230, 40, at 230, to get 40, to get 40, to get 40, to get 40, Chariot, 230, Chariot, 230, 12. Good steer. Brent Toby, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Little black body Heifers right there now. They're to get 375.80 and 375. They're to get 80 and 380. They're to get 75, 80 out the gate. 80, 80, 80, 80. They're to get 75. They're to get 80 and 5. They're to get 85, 90. They're to get 395. They're to get 95, 4 and $4. They're to get 4. They're to get 395, 4. They're to get 395, 4 and 4. They're to get 4. They're to get 4 of Arnold. 395. 36. Two bull mates. Little bull mates right here, 4 1/4 and 4 1/4. You're to get 30, you're to get 425, 30, you're to get 40, you're to get 40, you're to get 40, and 40, you're to get 50, and 50, you're to get 60, you're to get 60, you're to get 60, and 450 now, 60, you're to get 60, you're to get 460, and 60, you're to get 60. Sold 4.5. Put them on bar 35. Sam Ho. Seagull Heifers guys right here, the Seagulls. Nice little lightweight Heifers guys. They're guaranteed now. They're nice Heifers out here, Seagulls. Where? Seagull, yeah. Good Heifers right there now, 3 1/4 and 325. Better get 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. Better get 30, to get 25, 30, to get 30, and 30, to get 30, to get 30, to get 30, to get 330, and 25, 30, to get 30, to get 30, to get 30, to get 30 bar 325, 6, 6X, 66X. Mr. Woods, cattle right here. Blanchard, Oklahoma, Mr. Wood. Good thin flesh Heifers. Good thin flesh Heifers here now. To get a 335.40 and 335.40. To get a 35.40. To get a 35.40. To get 40. To get 40. To get 40 and 45. To get 45. 50. To get 50. To get 5. To get 60 and 360. To get 55. And 355 now 60. To get 5 as to get 70. To get 370. To get 5 and 375. To get 375 and 5. To get young man, you're just in time. 375 and 5. To get sold 370. Put them on Hayes 16. Bragg X. Ain't got nobody with me and him. Me and them. All right, where are we going? Five more big Heifers right there. The big Heifers here now. 275.80 and 275. To get 80. To get 280. To get 275.80 and 5. To get 285. To get 285. To get 285 and 285.90. To get 295. 2.5. 92.5 and 292.5. 292.5. 292.5 and 290. To get 2.5 here. To get 2.5. Varner 290. 8X. Austin Cattle from Watonga. No. Here's Mr. Austin Heifers up here in Watonga, Oklahoma. We got some quality right here, Bill. I got some quality right here, Bill.
Very nice. Who is this?
Austin. Alan Austin. Alan, you here? Woo, he's got nice Heifers. 275.80 and 275. To give 80. To get 75. To give 80. To get 275.80 and 80. To give 80. To give 85. To get 5. To get 90. To get 295 and 95. To get 3. To get $3 here. 3. To get and $3 here. 295. 3. To get 295. 3 and 295. To get 3. To get 3. To get 3. To get 3 bar. 295. 8. 8X. Bragg. Black Bally's what? Giant knot. Thank you, the Allens. A good God cross there. Look at a good right here now. 3 1/4 and 325 and 325. And again, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. And again, 325 and 25. And again, 325. And again, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. In the money and 325. And again, 25, 25, 25. And again, 25, 10 and 12 and a half. 12, 12 and a half. 3, 12, 15 and 15, 17 and a half. 20 and 322 and a half. And again, 2 and a half. And again, 322 and a half. Tabby at 320. Number 17. Bragg. Thank you, young man. Young lady. Younger lady. Where are we going? Rios cattle right here, Antone. Eric Rios. Is that the one you was telling me about? All right. He's got several Heifers here today, guys. Nice Heifers. All right, there, here, the nice Heifers right here, right along this young man. Right, where'd he go, Anton? Right up at the top, right there. Good Heifers, guys, sir. At 310, at 310, at 310. They're going to get 10, 12 and a half. They're going to get 12 and a half. They're going to get 3, 12 and a half. 15. They're going to get 15. 17 and a half. 20 and 20. They're going to get 20. They're going to get 2 and a half. 2 and a half. 22 and a half. And 3, 22 and a half. 3 and 23. They're going to get 24. They're going to get 25 and 26. They're going to get 7. They're going to get 27. 8. They're going to get 8 and 9. They're going to get 9 here, 9 and 20, 30 and 30. They're going to get 31. They're going to get 31, 31, 31, 31, 31. Troy at 330. Put him in number 37X. Male, Anton. This is the same cattle. This is some more years, young man. He raised a lot of these guys. He's a good caretaker, Anton. They're guaranteed open there. They're Boy, he's a good caretaker. $3. You'll get three. At three, you're to get 2.5. At 302.5. Better get 2.5. Better get 302.5. Better get 2.5. Better get 2.5. At $3 here, 2.5. Better get three. You're to get three. You're to get three. You're to get three. You're to get three. At three, you're to get three. You're to get three. At three, you're to get three. You're to get three. You're to get 275.80. At 275.80, you're to get 280. You're to get 75. Better get 80. At 280, you're to get 80. You're to get 275. 82.5. 85. Better get 7.5. Better get 90. At 292.5. 5. Better get 95. 7.5. 97.5. At 290. 95, 7.5, and 7.5 to be 295, number 18, X-Brake. Little cross ride, do what? Okay, you're going to colored heifers off them. Here now. $3, three. At three, you're to get $3 here. Three, you're to get three. You're to get three. You're to get three. You're to get three. At 302.5. Better get 2.5. Better get 302.5. 302.5. At 2.5. Better get out. Get them out, guys. 302.5. At 302.5. Better get 2.5. Better get three. At $3 here. Three. You're to get 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 275.80. At 275.80. 595. Better get three. You're to get three. At three. Tubby 295. Tubby 295. 18 program. Where's Greg Brewer? How are you, Gregory? Good to see you, bud. Ms. Brewer. Mr. Beans cattle right here. Mr. Beans heifers. Already checked. Already checked. Already checked. Good little light heifers. All of them? Three of them right here now. 350. At 350, better get five. At 355, better get five. 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 352 and a half. And 2.5. Better get 350. Better get 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. At 350, better get 2.5. And 2.5. Better get 2.5. Better get 2.5. 350. 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. And 2.5. Better get J6. 350. Bean Callaghan, some more of them. Already checked. Already checked open. Good heifers here now. Better get three. At $3, 2.5. At 302.5. Better get that 2.5. Better get 302.5. Better get 2.5. 5. Better get 7.5. 10. And 12.5. Better get 15. Better get now 315. Better get 15. And 312.5. 15. Better get 15. Better get 15. Better get 15. Troy. 312.5. Thank you. Already checked. No X's. Edward. Getting here pretty early, Ed. Had to milk. Had to get up and milk this morning. There's a good set of black heifers, long-tailed heifers. Stewart heifers, guys, are 50 days weaned from Millerton, Oklahoma, and checked open already, guys, right here now, 3 1/4 at 325. Better get at 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. Better get at 325 and 25. Better get at 25, 25, 25. Better deal, guys, 325 and 25. Better get 30, to get 30, to get 30, to get 30, to get 30, and 330, to get 30, to get 30, to get 30, to get bar 325. Put on a number 6X. You want an X on them? Yes. 68. Nightingales out of Cement, Oklahoma. Nightingales. I figured that'd be a well taken care of set of Angus heifers. They are good ones. They're guaranteed to be open, guys, and what if they wouldn't? Who cares? Talk about a nice set of girls right there now. Here we go. They're going to 275, 275, they're going to get 80, they're going to get 280, they're going to get 80, they're going to get 280, 280, 280, and 75, 80, they're going to get 282 and a half, they're going to get 205, they're going to get 7 and a half, they're going to get 90, and 292 and a half, they're going to get 205, they're going to get 95, 7 and a half, they're going to get 3, and 3, 2 and a half, they're going to get 205, they're going to get 305, they're going to get 205, and 302 and a half, 5, and 5, they're going to got them 302 and a half, put them a number 88. No yard outs?
No, they hadn't been pregnant.
They're not pregnant. Menifee's out of Tuttle, Oklahoma. Boy, I tell you what, they've been on the grass all summer long. They're open rice. They're bunk broke. And there's a good set of black females right down there. Tuttle, Oklahoma, $3, 2 and a half, and $3 bill, 2 and a half, and $3, 2 and a half, very good 2 and a half, very good 3, 2 and a half, very good 2 and a half, very good 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, and 7 and a half, very good 10, very good 12, very good 14, and 14, very good 14, very good 3, 12, very good 14, 16, and 18, very good 18, very good 18, 20, very good 20, very good 20, and 3, 20, very good 18, 20, very good 22, and 22, very good 2, 2, 2, 2, very good 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 122, and 22, 322, 3, and 323, it'll get 322, 3, it'll get 3, it'll get 3, it'll get 3, it'll get 3. So 322 cows, 1X. That'd be fine with me. I've always already into the bunches. I sell on Tuesday. I'm used to smaller deals. Woo!
The Chenoweth cattle.
Here's the Chenoweth cattle, guys. There'll be 128 of them.
Be 3 loads these all together.
3 loads of them all together now. Chenoweth heifers.
And they are spayed.
They're already worked. They're already, I guess that'd be kind of like preg check. Spade heifers, guys.
Green, right out of the grass.
They're green. They're thin fleshed.
Because he's busy selling. John's not here today. He's got to work today.
Well, now I said heifers.
No, don't see any Heifers.
Nice set of heifers right there. 3 1/4, and 325. Very good. 25, 25, 25, 25. Very good. 325 and 25. Very good. 25, 25, 25, 25. Very good. 325 and 25, 30 and 30. Very good. 27 and a half and 325, 7 and 30 and 332 and a half, 5 and 335. Very good. 2 and 5. Very good. 2 and 5. Very good. 3 and 330, 3, 4 and 34, 5 and 35, 600. Very good. 35, 6, 7. Very good. 8 and $38. Very good. 8. Very good. 38. All out. 38 here. $8. $8. $8 here. Very good. $8. $8. $8 and 9 and 39. Internet's out. 39. To get 38. 9. 38. 9. Internet's out. 9. 40 and 40. To get 41 and 41. To get 41. 42. To get 43. To get 43 and 42. 43. To get 42. 43. 4 and 44. To get 43 and a half. 4 and 44. Internet's to get 4 and 44. To get 340. 4 and a half. To get 4 and a half. I took it right to have you. 4 and a half. 45 and 345 and a half and 45 and a half. To get 345 and a half. Internet's internet's out, 345 and a half, at 346, at 46 and a half, and a half, and a six and a half, six and a half, six and a half, six and a half, internet's out, and a six and a half, at 346 and a half, and a seven, and seven, and a half, at seven and a half, internet's out again, and a seven and a half, and a half, seven and a half, and a half eight, and a 48, 348, 348, and a 48, 48, 48, and seven and a half, eight, 347 and a half, but I give eight, $8 here, eight there, but I give eight, but I give eight, but I give eight, so 347 and a half, internet. GB 72. Here's a big end.
Next size to him now.
Spade, spade, spade. Another load up, folks. Split grab one time. Gotcha.
Hey, Cody. You would get a Luke to water that shed down there a bit. This dust is coming in. You can hardly see the people trying to sell the thing too.
Boy, I tell you what, they're spade. They're pretty cool now. They're pretty cool. Chilling with Heifers.
You would just see if he could wet this down to where all this dust isn't coming through that door every time we open it.
There you go, guys. Good behavior right here. Now to get 285, at 285, to get 285, to get 285, to get 285, to get 90, at 290, to get 90, to get 1, to get 91, 2, 92, 91, 2, at 91, 92, 3, to get 3, 4, 5, to get 600, and 600, 7, to get 98, to get 98, 99, 99, 3, at $3, to get a 3, 1, to get 302, and 2, 3, to get 304, to get 4, to get 4, 5, to get 305, 600, and 600, 7, to get 7, 8, to get 800, to get 9, to get 10, and 3, 10, 11, 11, 12, and 13, and 14, to get 14, to get 15, to get 16, and 16, 17, to get 18, to get 18, 19, to get 20, and 321, to get 21, to get 321, 10, 1, and 321, and 321, to get 1, to get 1 T, at 320, put on number 8X. No, no.
They'll do that.
They're going to do it out there, Anton.
They're going to do it out there. He's coming. Hello.
But thank you for doing it.
Yeah, that's what we need. Thank you.
Thank you, Anton.
Well, we just sprayed the ring down. We just need to get out your door where it's coming from. Okay, thanks. Well,
Stewart, Oklahoma. I bet I know them people.
Well, that grass did burn up in there.
Well, that's what they look like in Stewart, Oklahoma.
They look really nice.
There's a stick-out set of Heifers here. The Brewers. The Brewers
All checked open.
already checked open. Predominantly black.
Hello. No, I hadn't got to them yet. We're just getting into it. Oh, really? Good, good. Well, I'll get you on the phone. Supposed to, yes.
Ripping good set here, guys.
Okay. Good, good. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. Bye. Nice deal.
Good job, Gregory, young lady. I bet this is hers.
They're green.
These are her Heifers. They're green now. Look at the quality. Look at the quality, the genetics in them. I think they'll do their part. Is that it? That's it. And that's that 8-weight Heifers, folks, right there. Now they're going to 305, at 305, they're going to 305, they're going to 305, 10, and 310, they're going to 15, they're going to 15, they're going to 10, 12 and a half, and 312 and a half, 15, they're going to 17 and a half, they're going to 7 and a half, and 17 and a half, they're going to 17 and a half, 20, and 22 and a half, 322 and a half, and 7 and a half, they're going to 7 and a half, 7 and 30, and 330, they're going to 30, 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 and 30, they're going to 330, they're going to 27 and a half, they're going to 30, and 327, 30, 28, 9, and 29, they're going to over 30, and 30, they're going to 30, they're going to 31, and 31, they're going to 31, they're going to 102, they're going to 32, and 31, 32, 33, 33, 33, 4, and 34, they're going to 34, they're going to 5, and 35, they're going to 3, 34 and a half, now 5, now half, and 35 and a half. Thank you for what you did do. What, they're going to 335 and a half. Troy got him at 335, 18, 38. Steers later. Hardly wait. She's got white on her tail. Tell them how long it is. Tell them how long it is out there. Look at her, Kayla. Ricardo. Long white. Stevie's. I started bringing them in the day before.
Yeah.
Unusual.
Well, no, he wants to get them checked. So he's not sitting around here all day. I think these guys try a little harder when they're checked. They can get them right out of here. I'd hate to run through that damn chute this afternoon.
I would too. I would too. Well, that's the Stevie Standridge look.
Be one load of them this week, and they are checked over.
One load of them, they're already checked. They are quality, 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 quality. We'll single them out and look them over now. Look them over. Each and every one of them are good.
Good.
Like I said, predominantly black. Steve Standridge, reputation set. The reputation proceedeth on. My enter to get now 310 and 310 under to get now 10 to 5 to get 10 and 310 under to get now 10 under to get now 10 under to get 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 10 and 10 12 and 12 under to get 310 under to get 12 under to get now 12 under to get 310 now 12 under to get 12 under to get 12 and 310 now 12 11 and 310 11 12 under now 12 under to get 12 under to get 12 and 12 under to get 12 where you need to get 12 under to get 12 at 11 12 3 11 12 anybody else here 12 and 3 12 under to get 3 11 12 anybody else and 312 and 312 and I get 311 who get 12 and I get 12 and I get 12 Troy 311 38 they're checked 39. Got you.
Reload the bushes.
3 low of the bushes. The bushers right there, Dennis. Summertime cattle right there, folks. Good crossovers. Already checked, guys. Already checked open. Ready to go. I think they'll work. I think they'll do their part of it. Stick them out there in that sunshine and let them go. How are you, Jack Cunningham? Looking good. You and Ed get a divorce? You and Ed get a divorce? Looks like they're separated. I really don't know. That'd be interesting. Look like they've approached, guys. Good ones right there, the bushers.
Hello?
Money.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, that's much better. Yeah, that's good. That's perfect.
Okay, I'll set on the next 46 when you're ready, and as soon as that counts.
Thank you. Here comes the money pot. I've been informed. Get ready, folks. One of the big heifer deals of the day, guys. Bushers. Just a little bit of flick here. That's how I always say, a little flick here. And it's mostly on black animals, guys. They're good and black, and they're nice, smooth. And 310, and 310. And 10 to get at 310, and 10 to get at 10 to get at 10 to get at 310, and 10 to get at 310 to get at 10 to get 10 to get at 10 to get 10 to get 10 to get 10, and 310 to get 10 to get 10 to get at 10 to get 310, and 10 to get 10 to get. Come in, guys. Here, 10, 10, 10, and 310 to get 310 to get 310, and 10 to get 310 to get $3. Now 1 and 2, now 3, now 3, 303, and 303, to get 304, to get 304, and 303, 4, to get 5, 4, and 304 and a half, to get 4 and a half, to get 4 and a half, 5, and 305 and a half, to get 5 and a half, to get 5 and a half, 600, and 600, to get 305 and a half, 600, and 306, to get 305 and a half, you're to get 6 anybody, and 305 and a half, now 6 anybody, to get 6, and 306 here, 305 and a half, 306, and 600, to get 600, to get 600, Tubby, 305 and a half, 18, no, 14. Here's Sean's. There'll be 117 of them, guys. They'll be nice. They'll be the top rail. Nice set of grasshoppers. $117 of them. They're guaranteed open. He bought a little bitty, so go ahead and test it if you want to. But there'll be a blue eye or something scattered through them. Really good set of lightweight, 7-weight heifers. Yes, it is a nice deal. Guys, you like genetics. You'll like this cattle guys. Off the grass, Gary says. Good set of heifers from Sean. Be 117, is that right? 117 of them in this draft. Nice pen right there. Money. Nice pen of heifers, guys, right there. 750 weight Heifers, 310. 310 and 310. They're to get that 10 about to get 10 and 10. They're to get 310. They're to get that 10. They're to get that 10. They're to get 310 and 10. They're to get 12. They're to get 310, 12. They're to get 310, 12 and 310, 12. They're to get 12. They're to get 310, 12. They're to get 11 and 11. That's 12. They're to 13. They're to get 14. They're to get 15 and 16. They're to get 17. They're to get 18. They're to get 19. They're to get 19. They're to get 19 and 19. 3 19. 3 18. 19. 20 and 20. They're to get 1 and 21 2. They're to get 22 3. They're to get 3 4. They're to get 4 5 and 24 and 23 24 24 5 and 25. They're to get 3 25 25 2600 and 2600. They're to get 25 600 and 325 26 27 and 7. They're to get 7. They're to get 27. They're to get 27 and 326 327 and 7. They're to get 7. They're to get 7. They're to get 7. They're to get 7 and 7. They're about a cow 326 1. You don't preg them? No. There's some old cattle crossbred Heifers. SGR guys right here, crossbred Heifers. Cross Heifers right there, 9. They're to get at 310 and 310. They're to get at 12 and 310 12. They're to get 12 14. They're to get at 16. They're to get 18. They're to get 20. They're to get 21 and 21 2. They're to get 2 3. They're to get 3 4. They're to get 5 and 25 600. They're to get 600. They're to get 325 2600 and 325 26 25 2600. Here's 6 and 600 to be 325. Put them with 17. They checked. A knot on the one. Back in. There's some pretty Heifers. Swisher, Kingfisher, Oklahoma. New deal. Mansfield cattle.
Yeah, these are, yeah, this is,
Okay, this is going to be a split wrap of
boom.
This Boone.
Yeah, this
Same thing as Boone. Same thing as Boone.
dog little bitties, be 3 loads of these heifers all together.
Be 3 loads of these Heifers all together.
Guaranteed open.
Guaranteed open, but they bought them little bitty now. So keep that in mind. Nice little old set of Heifers.
Yes, sir. Got a lot of go to 'em.
Lots and lots of routes go. Outcome. Really nice exotic set Heifers. As usual. Okay, guys, let's come to the money pot. Oh, summertime feeders, guys. Oh, summertime feeders. 320 and 320 you're taking that 2.5 and 320 you're taking that 2.5 you're taking that 2.5 you're taking 22.5 2.5 320 2.5 and 320 you're taking 2.5 you're taking 6 you're taking 7 you're taking 8 you're taking 9 you're taking 9 30 and 31 you're taking 31 32 32 31 32 and 31 2 3 you're taking 33 you're taking 33 you're taking 3 and 32 half 3 and 33 and a half you're taking 3 and 4 you're taking 34 you're taking 34 and a half and 45 you're taking 35 you're taking 35 you're taking 35 and a half and 6 you're taking 36 you're taking 36 and a half and 7 you're taking 37 you're taking 37 and a half 8 you're taking 38 you're taking 8 you're taking 38 you're taking 8 and a half you're taking 8 and a half 9 and 39 you're taking 8 and a half 9 you're taking a half you're taking 9 and a half 9 and a half 9 and a half and 339 and a half and 339 and a half 40 and 340 you're taking 40 you're taking 40 and a half and 40 and a half you're taking 341 and 41 you're taking 40 50 41 40 50 41. He's at 1.5, 41 and a half, down 2, 42 and a half, 42 and a half, 43, 43 and a half, 43 and a half, 43 and a half, better get half, 4, and 44 and a half, better get 44 and a half, better get 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, and 5, and 45, better get 8, better get 3, 44 and a half, 5, and 3, 44 and a half, 5 and a half, and 45 and a half, better get 45 and a half, better get 40, wait on him, wait on you, 5 and a half, and 345 and a half here, Kyle, 345, 2. You want to check, Kyle?
I'll talk to you later.
No.
It's Swisher. There it is.
There's that Swisher cattle we was talking about a while ago. Kingfisher, Oklahoma. Good set of grass heifers right there now from Kingfisher, Oklahoma. I had to get 3 1/4 and 325 and 25. Better get 25, 25, 25, 25. Better get 25. Better get 325 and 25. Better get 25, 25, 25, 25, 25 and 325. Better get come on guys here 325 green cattle here at 30 and 27 and a half. Better get 27 and a half. Better get 30 and 30. Better get 1. Better get 31. Better get 31. Better get 1 2 and 32 3. Better get 33 4. Better get 34 and 33 34 33. Half 4 and 34 to get 4 and a half and 4 and a half to get 34 and a half 5 to get 35 to get 5 to get 5 and 35 to get 5 to be 34 and a half to be 34 and a half 17. They need to be checked. Five more of the Swishers. Pretty white-tailed heifer. Her white tail's longer, TJ. I see. Okay, hers go all the way up to the hooks. Cross heifers here at 9 to get 3 and 3 to get 3 here 3 to get 3 2 and a half to get 3 2 and a half to get 3 2 and a half 5 and 305 7 and a half 10 to get 3 12 and a half and 12 and a half 15 to get 17 and a half to get 17 and a half and 3 17 and a half and now 20 and 22 and a half to get 5 to get 5 to get 5 5 5 25 and 25 to be 322 and a half 17.
Hello.
There's Charles Cluck's cattle, guys. There's, what did it say up here about them?
16 plus days.
Yeah, they're waiting a long time, guys. Nice Heifers right there now. They're going to get a nice Heifers a long time. Do what? All right here. Already checked right here. 3 1/4. 325. Better get 25. 7 1/2. Better get 7 1/2. 7 1/2. 7 1/2. 30. Better get 30. Better get 2 1/2. And 5. Better get 3. 32 and 5. 3. 32 and 5. And 32 and 3. 4. Better get 35. Better get 3600. And 37. Better get 8. Better get 39. $8.09. And 9. Better get 39. Better get 40. And 41. Better get 42. Better get 43. Better get 43. Better get 2 3. And 42. 43. 42. 43. 4. And 44. 5. And 6. Here 47. Better get 7. Better get 7. And 46. 7. 8. And 48. Now 9. Better get 50. And 51. Better get 52. Better get 3. And 3. Better get 3. Better get 4. 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 Curtis at 353. Number 6X.
They need to go that way.
Need to go this way a second.
They must be behind somewhere.
Stevie, how are you? Good to see you, bud. Nice Heifers. Nice Heifers. Big Heifers. Big and wide. Oh, she's a pretty thing. You want to keep her for your wife?
You sure you want to take her off?
Put her on number 1 and put her back with a Charolais bull. What's wrong here?
He's not, because he says feed of the SGR.
Where's the knot, Antone? On the hip. Okay. Little rump right there, guys, right here. Enter to get 250, and 250, enter to get 60, and 70, enter to get 70, 80, enter to get 90, enter to get 90, 90, 90, 290, sir. At 280, would get 90, but 90, enter to get 280, 290, 280, 290, 290, 290, and 90, enter to get 90, Ricardo, 280. No. Hope not. This guy, what? A little bigger. A little bigger right here now. They're getting 210, and 210, and 210. They're getting 10, they're getting 10, they're getting 20, they're getting 220, 30, they're getting 30, they're getting 40, they're getting 50, and 250, they're getting 50, they're getting 60, and 60, they're getting 250, 60, and 260, they're getting 260, they're getting 260, they're getting 60, Cherry 9, 250.
You don't want any breads right now, do you?
No.
No? Okay, no, we're going to.
Your way, Bob.
We'll be to them here before too long.
One way or the other.
Got a mix up? Hell, we can take some bread then.
Oh, okay. All right. You know what?
They gonna be a while? No, they're ready. Alan Mead. I hadn't seen Alan in a while. You seen Alan, Billy? Alan Mead, Karen's daddy, Karen's family. There'll be a good green set of Heifers there. 3 1/4, at 325, to get 25, 30, to get 30, to get 30, to get 30, to get 30, at 330, to get 25, 30, to get 30, to get 30, to get 30, to get 32 and a half, at 332 and a half, to get 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, at 37 and a half, to get 40, and 40, to get 2 and a half, to get 5, to get 45, 6 here, 6 here, 6, 6, at 45, 6, 7, at 48, to get 809, to get 50, and 50, to get 50, to get 50, to get 50, and 50, to get 350, to get 50, to get 50, more 349, 5, 6, and let's go to Hinton, Oklahoma, and to get set of they check. Already checked right here. Already checked on the big Heifers right there now. To get 310 and 310. To get 10 about, but to get 10 and 310. To get 10 about, but to get 10, but to get 10, but to get 10, but to get 10. What they weigh?
Nice game.
No, that's not right. Is it? They just weigh 6 of them. Okay. And to get 350, and 350, to get 50, and 350, to get 50, to get 2 and a half, and 350, 2 and a half, to get 50, to get 50, to get 50, and 350. Nice average, guys, right here. To get 50, and 50, to get 40, and 42 and a half, to get 45, to get 45, 6 on here, and 7, to get 7, 8, to get 8, 9, to get 50, and 51, to get 52, to get 3, and 3, 4, to get 54, to get 4, Curtis, and 353, 6X. What you got, Bob? Good Charlotte Heifers, guys. 4 R's. The 4 R's right here now. To get 310 and 310. To get 10. To get 10 and 310. To get 10. To get 10. To get 10. To get 10 and 310. To get 10 now. 10, 10, 10, 10, 11, 11, 11, 11, and 12 and 12, 13, 14. To get 14, sir. And 14, sir. 14. To get 13, 14. To get 13, 14 and 13, 14. To get 14. To get up 3, 13, number 18. You want to break them? I already checked. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. We need mail. Please.
Got some weights here, guys. Got some weights here, guys. Bison, Oklahoma. Mr. Mack. They'll be guaranteed open. Got some way up. Yeah, got some way up here. To get 310 and 310. To get 12 and 310, 12. To get 12. To get 14. To get 16. To get 18. To get 18. To get 18, 18, 18, 20 and 22. To get 24. To get 23, 4 and 25. To get 25, 600. To get 7. To get 7 and 8. To get 29. To get 30. To get 31 and 31. To get 331. To get 31, 2 and 32, 3. To get 333, 4 and 35. To get 3600. To get 35, 3600 and 335, 36. 35, 36 here. Troy at 335, number 17. 27. Pregum, please. Very well done. Thank you, Mr. Mack.
Hello. Yeah. Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Whistle at him, Bob. All open? Did you say? Open. Big Heifers open. Tested open. Got mail coming. Well, they're smooth. It's a shame they're open. It's a shame they're open. They didn't You can try them again if you want to, folks. Here, to get 250, 250, to get 50, to get 50, to get 50. Did you get it? 55, 255, and now 7.5, now 60, 2.5, 260, 2.5. Internet's out 2.5, 260, 2.5, and 7.5, to get 70, to get 72.5, to get 5, 77.5, 80, to get 2.5, to get 82.5, 282.5, 282.5, 282.5. Tubby got him at 280, number 29. Let's go to Goatee Bow, a little handful of big old heifers. Goatee Bow heifers. Goatee Bow heifers. 255, 255, 60, 5, 70, 5, 80, 80, 285, 5, 90, 295, 95, 295, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95, Tubby 290, put him on number 29. Amber, Oklahoma, Turner Farms. Ones and twos. Just the back tags. Get the back tag, please.
88, 63, 65, and 66.
She got him. She got him. She's a professional.
You never did get a card for these at all?
Looks like they've been checked one way. Is that right, Anton? Looks like they've been checked one way.
Cody, who's this in the ring? These three back tag heifers. We got no male on this thing. Yeah.
That's 77, and we sold so much of them yesterday. Didn't we sell much? And that bull's. Okay, right here, guys, right here. Just sell them, guys. No guarantee. No nothing on these guys. Right here now. They get 250, 260, 260, 70. They get 270, 80. They get 290. They get 293. They get 10 and 20. They get 20, 30. They get 30, 35 and 35, 335, 335, 335 and 35. They get 5. They get 5. They get 5 bars. 330, 77, 107. Okay. Brad's coming. 5 months. 1 by 5 right here now. $3 5 at $3 here to get free, to get free, to get free, to get free at $3 to get $3 here, 3 to get free, to get free, to get free, to get free at $3 5 to get 305, to get 305, to get that you'll play at home. I'm just asking. 305 6 at $6 7 at 7 8 to give 8 here to give 8 here to give 8 to give 8 308 308 308 308 308 308. Ricardo did 307. What is she? X, 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 Excalibur. Enter to get 275 at 275 80. Enter to get 280. Enter to give 80. Enter to give 80. Enter to give 85. 85 90. Enter to get 295. Enter to get 3 at 3. Enter to get $3 here. 3. Enter to get 3. Enter to get 3. Enter to get 3. Enter to get 3 at 295. 302 and a half at 302 and a half. 302 and a half. 302 and a half at 2 and a half here. 2 and a half here. So at $3, put them on up. Number 5. Number 5. You bet you. Buckhorn 5. Aborted? Who's that? Gisbert cattle guys right here. Aborted. I entered to get 310. At 310, entered to get 12 and a half. Entered to get 15. Entered to get 7 and a half. 20. At 322 and a half. Entered to get 5. At 7 and a half. Entered to get 30. Entered to get 32 and a half. Entered to get 332 and a half. At 5. At 337 and a half. Entered to get 7 and a half. 40. At 42 and a half. Entered to get 2 and a 5. At 45. Entered to get 2 and a 5. 45. 45. 45. Internet 342 and a half. Haynes 6. $5 right here, $3 at $3 here, 3 at 3 to get 3 to get 3 to get 3 to get 3 at $3 here, 3 there, but to get 3, but to get 3, but to get 3 to that nice over here, $3 at $3 to get 3 to get 3 to get 305 to get 305 at 305 10 and 10 to get 305 10 15 to get 310 15 at 310 to get 15 to get 15 to the soap same way 310. No. Black Buckhorn 5. Buckhorn 5. I was thinking you got them others. Where was that card? Damn. Charlie Beard. I don't want to mess his up. That was his kid's ring. We didn't know who they were. Steer time. We got some over here too. Denton McNutt. Not very often you get that from them boys. Outside going. $4, 2 and a half. At $4 bill, 2 and a half. Better get 2 and a half. Better get 4. At $4 here, 4 there. Better get 4. 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 At $4 here, 4. Better get 4. Better get 375.80. At 75. Better get 80. At 375.80. Better get 80. Better get 80. 375.80. At 380. Better deal going here. 75.80. At 375.80. Better get 75.80. 50. At 5. 355. At 55. 60. At 5. At 5. Better get 5. 85. 85. 65. Better get 5. Better get 5. At 5. Better get 5. So 360 Tubby, put them on 6.5. We need to go back over to this other side in a minute.
Let's get these.
Okay, get these. Okay. Some more Dentons. Stewart condition is right. Be 54 Denton McNutts. Green, guys. They're Stewart working clothes. Reputation addresses. There you go, guys, right here now. To get 330, at 330 to get 30, at 330 to get 32 and a half, to get 2 and a half, to get 332 and a half, to get 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, at 332 and a half, to get 2 and a half, to get 2 and a half, at 332 and a half, to get a bit more. Come on, guys, 32 and a half, 5, at 332 and a half, 7 and a half, at 37 and a half, 3600, at 36 7, at 37 8, at 3800 to give 8, to get at 37 38 38 37 38, at 337 38 to give 800 to give 8 to give 800 to give 8 to get 338, 800 to give 9 and 9 to get 9 here, 40 and 40 to get 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 40 and 40 to get 40 to get 40 to get 40 to get 40 and 1 and 41 42 42 41 2 3 and 43 4 and 44 5 and 45 600 to get 600 to get 45 600 and 600 here to get sold 345. Varner put them at 81. Take the Hereford off. Be another load up, guys. All right, 75 more Denton's cattle, and then we'll get our breads. Yeah, your way. No, your way.
Your way.
Gate shut, isn't it?
Goosey.
I know.
Bigger, better end of them here, I think.
Oh boy, they'll do something for you. Well, they're green now. Stewart address, Stewart condition, green quality, feeding condition.
Lots to go left in these cattle now.
There sure is, Bill. They'll keep on keeping on. Give them a chance, guys, right here. 310, at 310, to get 10, to get 10, at 310, to get 10, to get 12 and a half, at 12 and a half, to get 12 and a half, 15, to get 17 and a half, 20, to get 22 and a half, to get 2 and a half, at 22 and a half, 322 and a half, to get 22 and a half, at 321, and $21.2, and 22, to get 3, to get 23, 4, to get 4, to get 4, to get 5, and 25, to get 325, 25, 25, 25, 25, at 325, 6, at 325, 600, to get 600, and that's 600, and 600 and a half, and 6 and a half, 7, to get 27, to get 327, and 27, to get 700, to get 7. So at 326 to have 90. Mr. Al, how are you, buddy? Let's get the breads. Let's get them breads out of the way, guys. And when we get on the steers, spend the rest of the afternoon on the steers. She's a pretty little heifer. Eric Rios. Perfect. Perfect. 3 months bred. Good heifer right there, and I get 18X tough. Right here, and I get $3.05 and 305. I get real 5. I get 5. I get 5. I get 5. I get 5. 7.5. I get 7.5. 10 and 310. 12.5. I get 310. 12.5 and 310. 12.5. I get 12.5. I get 12.5. I get 12 and I sold 310. How one? How far along? 3 months. Same deal, 18X right here now. To get $3.10 and $3.10 and $3.10. To get 10 and 15 and 20. To get 325. To get 25 and 325. To get 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. Same weight, 320. You did? Was it yours? Is that all the bread? Gee, but these are.
Brogden cattle here now.
There's back to the Brogden cattle.
3 drafts these steers now, they're green.
3 drafts of them, they are green, guys. They're green. You got the working clothes on right there. I entered to get 330, and 330, entered to get 2.5, and 332 and a half, to get 2.5, to get 2.5, to get 2.5, 32 and a half, and 5, and 35, 600, to get 7, to get 8, to get 9, to get 40, to get 41, and 41, 2, to get 2, 3, 43, 44, and 45, to get 600, to get 7, to get 7, to get 8, and 49, to get 50, to get 1, and 51, to get 51, 2, to get 2, 3, and 3, to get 53, 4, to get 4, to get 4, Curtis Joe get 4, and 3, 4, 53, 54, and 53, 54, to get 4, to get 4, Hayes, at 353, number 75. Yes. 32 more of them. Back on some Brogdons. Where you guys been? Oh, well, I don't blame you. You better get back to it at 12. I think we got most of your heifers sold. Yeah, Denton's done.
Way back, crippled.
Probably. 32 more of these good steers, folks, right here. The Brogden steers out of Hinton. Out of Hinton, Oklahoma. And 310, 12, and 310, 12, and again 12, and again 12, and again 14, and again 14, 16, and again 16, 18, and again 18, 20, and 22, and again 2, and again 3, and again 3, 4, and 24, 5, and again 26, and again 6, 7, and again 7, 8, and 28, and 9, 29, 30, and again 30, and again 31, and again 32, and 32, 3, and again 4, and again 35, and again 36, and 37, and again 8, and again 38, 9, and again 40, and 41, and again $1, 41, 41, 41, 2, and 41, 2, 41, 2, half 2, and 2, 42 and a half, 42 and a half, who and a half, 3, and 43 and a half, and I get 3 and a half, 43 and a half, 43 and a half, and a half here, half there, half, and I get half his T, and then I get 343.78 on Tommy. Brogden steers, guys. Little lightweight steers here now. 3 1/4 at 325. At 325. At again at 25. Lady bid balls here at 325. At 325. At 30. To get 30. To get 30. To get 30. To get 30. At 330. To get 30. 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 At 30. To get 2.5. At 332 and a half. Internet 332 and a half. 5. At 335. 7.5. Now 40. At 40. To get 40. To get 40. To get 40. To get 40. At 340. To get 40. To get 40. At 2.5. At 42 and a half. Internet 342 and a half. Internet 342 and a half. Internet 342 and a half. Tubby 340. 6.5. Getting more popular all the time. Thank the Brogdons. They got all that hair on them. Okarchi.
Big rank Bermuda grass. Doug Whitrock.
Doug Whitrock. Got the goods right there. Been on wheat, right off wheat. And grass, wheat and grass, guys. Nothing mixed. Never had anything except wheat and grass. Short tail. Pretty good set of black steers here, Michael. Doug is Raymond's boy. There you go. Banker at Okarchi. Whitrock, guys. Whitrock. They got good cattle. Good pedigree. Good pedigree right there now to get 3 1/4 at 325. At 325 and 325. Very good. 325, 7.5, and 7.5, and again 7.5, and again 7.5, 327 to 30, to get 30, to get 1, to get 31, 32, to get 2, and 3, to get 3, 4, and 34, 5, to get 35, 600, to get 7, to get 7, 8, and 38, 39, 39, 40, to get 40, to get 1, and 41, 2, to get 42, 3, to get 3, to get 4, and 44, 5, to get 45, 600, and 600, to get 7, to get 7, to get 8, to get 48, to get 8, 9, and 950, and 50, to get 1, to get 52, and 52, 3, to get 3, 4, to get 4, to get 5, to get 55, to get 5, to get 5, at 355, to get 4, 5, to get 4, 5, at 354 now, 5 here, 5 there, to get 5, to get 5 T, at 354, 7, 8 will be the number. Okay, thank him now, Michael. Be the Higdon, Calumet, Oklahoma. Below them guys, the Higdon's out of Calumet, Oklahoma. There's some little cattle go back to some grass. Really nice deal right there now. Here we go. To get 350 and 2.5 and 350. To get 2.5. To get 5. To get 5. To get 5. 7.5. 60. To get 2.5 and 5. To get 7.5. 70. 2.5. To get 5 and 7.5. 80 and 2.5. 85. To get 7.5. To get 90 and 2.5. 90. 2.5. 5. 7.5 and 7.5. 4. To get $4. $4 and 397.5. 4 and 2.5 and 402.5 and a 1 and 2 and 402. 402, dirty 403, dirty 404, dirty 404, dirty 404, and 404 here. Curtis 403, number 61. Hi, Kel. Another Southern Carolina Calumet, folks.
Next size of them.
Next size of them, they do good work, don't they? Boy, there's an ideal set of lightweight steers. Ideal set of lightweight steers right there. 900 to get a 350 and 350 and 2.5 to get 350 to get 2.5 to get 2.5 to get 7.5 to get 60 to get 62.5 and 2.5 5 to get a 7.5 and 7.5 70 to get 2.5 and 370 2.5 2.5 and 75 to get 370 2.5 370 2.5 and 72 2.5 72 2.5 370 2.5 and 370 2.5 to get 5 and 2.5 to get 5 to get 5 to get 5 to get 5 Hayes at 372 2.5 75. Thank the Higdons. Here's Michael Crittenbrink, Mike and Doc. Be 55 of them this time, guys. Are always fancy. They're always fancy. They're always good. And they're always well accepted. Here they are, the Crittenbrinks, Mike Crittenbrink. Here's an ideal set right here, Billy.
Yes, they are. Well, they speak for themselves.
Yes,
Green,
they do. They're green.
black
Here's Mike Doc Crittenbrink's cattle, folks. Very good. 310 and 310 under to get at 10 under to get at 10 and 310 under to get at 12 and a half and 310 12 and a half under to get 12 and a half under to get 310 now 12 and a half 15 under to get 15 and 12 and a half under to get 13 and 13 14 under to get at 15 under to get 16 under to get 17 and 17 18 under to get 18 19 under to get 19 20 under to get 21 and 22 under to get 23 under to get 4 and 4 and 5 under to get 25 25 6 under to get a 7 and 7 8 under to get 28 9 under to get out here now 30 31 under to get 32 33 34 and 34 33 34 33 34 at 34 5 at 35 now 6 here 7 at 38 to give 8 to give 8 to get at 38 38 both out 38 9 and 39 to get out here half 9 8 and a half 9 38 and a half 9 38 and a half 9 38 and a half 9 and a half 40 and 40 to get 40 to get 40 to get 40 to get 40 and 40 to get 40 to get 40 and a half to get 40 and a half 1 and 41 to get 40 and a half 1 to get 41 to get now 1 and 1 to get half and 1 and a half and 1 and a half 1 and a half 1 and a half quarter half and 1 and a half and 1 and a half 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 T and to get 1 and a quarter number 78. The reputation set here, Kians. Thank you, Mike and Doc. Amber alert. Always are the reputation cattle of the year. The Turners. Okay, folks, the reputation has showed up. Here's King David. And what, Grant? David Grant's cattle. Okay, guys, get ready, get settled. Let's go. We're right there at 3 1/4, at 325, at 325. Again, at 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. Again, 7 1/2, and 7 1/2. Again, 25, 7 1/2. Again, 25, 7 1/2, and 7 1/2. Anybody else? And 326, 325, $6, and 6, to 7, and 7, 8, and 28, 28, 28, 28, $28, to 28, and 328, 328, 328, 9, and 29, 30, and 31, to 32, 33, 34, 35, $6, and 7, 8, to $38, $38, $38, and 37, 38, 37, 38, 37, and 38, and 8, 9, and 9, 40, and 40, to 40, to 40, to 40, to 40, to 40, and 40, to half 40, and 40 and a half, and a half, to get 40 and a half, to get half here, half there, but to get half here, to get Varner at 340, put it at 8, 81X. Thank you, Grant. Thank you, David. Here's Kevin's.
Nice load of these too now.
Northerners. Lot of body. Lot of body. Sure is. Hi, Michael. Hi, Michael.
Nice set of big ones.
Good old Biggins. Baumhoff and Company. Hi, Mike.
Big long-bodied old black steers.
You bet they are. Good big body, deep flank, big old loin. There's some old gritters. $3, 2.5, at $3 bill, 3, at $3 here, 3, to get a 3, to get 3, to get 3, to get 3, at $3 here, 3 there, over to get 3, 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 at $3 here, 3 there, over to get 3, at 3, to get $3 here, 3, to get 3, to get 3, to get 3. Who gonna start me here? At $3, at $3 here, 3, to get $3 here, 3, to get 3, to get 3, to get 275, 280, 280, 275, 80, 282.5, 285. 7.5, 90, 290, 290, 287.5, 90, and 290, and 290, 90, 92 and a half, 92 and a half, 95, 95, 95, 7.5, 7.5, 3, and 3 out here, 3, to get 3, to get 3, to get 3, and 3, to get 297 to 3, 2.5, and 3, 2.5, 3, 2.5, 3, 2.5, 3, 2.5, and 3, 2.5, to get 2.5, 2.5, 2.5 here, dot, at $3 bill, Dodd 10, put a top on them there, big boy, Dodd 10. Thanks, Mike. Harvey told me he sent a good set here, Billy. He generally does. He's been doing it. Look here. I like this first end. My goodness. Don't look like a toka, does it? Yep, they will be. Good weights. Good weights. I really think it's a stick-out deal. One of the best steers we've had today, guys, as far as condition to feed. They got it yet to do. They got it yet to do, Billy. They got it to do. They got it to do. They got it to do. Here, to get 310. At 310, to get 10, to get 10. At 310, to get 10, to get 10, to get 12 and a half, to get 310, 12 and a half. At 12 and a half, fat 12 and a half. You get 12 and a half. At 310, 12 and a half, 15, to get 70 and a half, to get 70 and a half. At 7 and a half, 20. At 320, 18, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20. And 20, to get 20, to get 21. And 21, 21, 22, to get 22, to get 22, 21, 2. At 22, 23. At 23, 24. At 24, to get 4, to get 4 up here, 24, 4. I got how? 24, 25. Now it's not 25, 6. And $26, and $26, 7. And 27, 8, to get 28, 9, 9. And 29, 30, to get 30, to get 30, to get 31. And 31, 32, to get 31, 32, 31, 2, 3. And 33, to get 33, to get 34. And 34, to get 33, 34. And 33, 4, to get 33, 34, 5. And 35, 600. And 35, 6, half, 5 and a half, 6, half, and a half, 7. And 37, half, 8. And 38 and a half, 9, to get 39 and a half, to get 9 and a half, 9 and a half, 9 and a half, 9 and a half, and a half here, and a half, 5, 40, and 40, to get 40, to get 40, to get 40, to get 40, wait on him, wait on you. 40, steers today, 40, and 40, to get 40, to get 40 and a half, 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 1, 41, 40 and a half, 1, 41, 40 and a half, 1, 41 and a half, 41 and a half, 41 and a half. You quitting me? So, put them on 9-0. How? 9-0.
I don't know. It's running in there pretty hot. They might be going to die. It's up to you guys. You want to set it for the morning or
Last deal?
the one that's off.
Put them under the sprinkler.
You will like.
Hey, Jackson, it's Jackson time, folks. Here's another set of reputation cattle. Springer, Oklahoma. Cunningham, don't get better than this, folks. Not yet. Well, you know about these cattle, folks. They'll be second to none. Second to none right there now. The Cunninghams. 320 and 320 to get 20 to get 20 and 320 to get 20 to get 1 and 21 to get 21 to get 21 to get 321 to get 101 A1 and 21. Anybody else here? 321 now 2 and 22 23 to get 4 and 5 to get 25 6 to 7 to get 7 to get 28 and 29 to get 30 to get 30 to get 30 to get 30 and 30 to get 30 to get 30 to get 30 to get 30 and 330 to get 30 to get 30. Everybody get 30 here, 30 there, everybody get 30 and 330 to get 30 to get 30 to get 30 to get 30. So 329. Put them on 9. He's 9. Thank you, Jackson.
Like this deal. Down here in Mason, Texas. These two old guys.
Mason, Texas. Oh, I'll bet you. Yeah, that's them cattle right there. Jordan's.
How you getting along? So, how about those oaks? We sure need to keep an eye
Be the Jordans right here, folks. Looky. Another set of cattle with go in them. Lots and lots of go. Folks, another deal tonight. The Jordans are 50 of them. 50 of them, guys. There you go, guys, right there. There you go. Here we go. 310 and 310 to get 12 and 310 12 to get 12 to get 14 to get 14 16 to get 16 to get 18 to get 18 20 and 320 to get 2 to get 2 4 to get 24 and 22 24 22 24 and 22 to get 4 to get 24 5 and 26 7 to get 7 to get 7 to get 8 and 28 28 28 and 327 8 9 9 and 29 to get 8 9 8 9 8 30 and 30 to 1 and 31 to get 31 to get 31 to get 32 to get 33 and 33 to get 33 to get 32 33 32 3 and 32 3. Is he bid? 34 and 34 here, turn around here, 34 and 34 now 5 35 34 5 35 6 3600 and to get 336 and 335 336 Hayes 335 Hayes 9 1 9. A black ballie with horns. Here's the brothers. Here's the big brothers. Still got a lot of feeding condition. There'll be 53 of these. 53 more of them. San Saba.
Okay, split route has 53.
Well, I'll tell you what, for a big steer, I think they got as much go as you can see. $3.10 at 301 at 301 they're gonna $3 now 1 they're gonna 3 they're gonna 1 at 301 they're gonna 1 they're gonna 1 they're gonna 301 they're gonna 301 they're gonna 301 at 2 they're gonna 2 3 they're gonna 303 4 they're gonna 5 at 5 they're gonna 600 they're gonna 7 they're gonna 7 they're gonna 307 at 306 7 8 at 800 they're gonna 8 they're gonna 7 8 7 8 7 8 7 8 7 8 7 8 7 8 they're gonna 9 and 9 and 9 10 and 10 they're gonna 11 11 12 they're gonna 12 they're gonna 11 12 11 12 they're gonna 3 11 12 at 311 you'll get 12 they're gonna get 12 here 12 11 12 they're gonna get 13 and 13 they're gonna get 12 and a half 13 and 13 12 and a half 13 and 13 they're gonna get 13 they're gonna get 13 they're gonna get 13 they're gonna get 13 T and they're gonna get 3 12 and a half 78. This will be the cuts off of them, guys. $2.10 at $2.10 210 they're gonna 10 they're gonna 210 at 210 they're gonna 10 about 10 they're gonna 12 they're gonna 210 they're gonna 15 at 15 20 they're gonna 225 they're gonna 30 at 235 they're gonna 40 they're gonna 45 at 50 they're gonna 55 at 55 60 they're gonna 5 at 570 they're gonna 5 at 275 80 285 at 85 90 at 295 they're gonna 95 they're gonna 95 internet shot 295 295 295 so 290 Varner 85. Thank you to the Jordan family. Here's Timmy's. They're not red though.
Oh, yeah, Jared and
Yeah, Jerry. Oh, the Tim Rother cattle, guys. I bet that's a raisin right there, boys. Tim Rother a raisin. A lot of body to them right there again, boys. Right there now, they're going to get at 310, at 310, at 310, they're going to get at 10 about, they're going to get 10, 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 at 310, they're going to get at 10, they're going to get at 310, they're going to get at 10 about 10, they're going to get at 10, and 10, they're going to get at 10 about 10, they're going to get at 10, at 10, 11, at 3, 11, 12, they're going to get 12, 13, they're going to get 14, they're going to get at 14, 15, at 15, they're going to get 14, 15, they're going to get 15, and 14, 15, they're going to get 14, 15, and 14, they're going to get 15, they're going to get 16, and 16, they're going to get 16, they're going to get 15, they're going to get 16, at 15, 16, 15, 16, and 16, 16, 16, Dodd at 315. Put them on number 10. Grab a yard out or two, and then we'll get right back over here. Thank you. Horn ball face steer. Sell him right here now. Here we go. You're to get three at $3. You'll get three. You're to get three. You're to get three. You're to get three. You're to get three at $3. You'll get three. You're to 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 get three at $3. You'll get three. You're to 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 get 275.80 at 275.80, 280.90, 295 at $3. Internet three. You're to get $3. Internet three at 295. 305. Better get 305. Better get 305 and 5. Internet yacht 305. 305. 305. 305. Bar $3. 85. Yeah, he didn't fit that deal. David, you don't send him back home or sell him right there. I sell him here now. They're going to get 250 at 250. They're going to have 50. They're going to have 50 at 250. They're going to get 50. But to get 50. They're going to get 50. They're going to get 50. They're going to get 50 at 250. $2, $210, 210, 210, 20 at 210, 20. They're going to get 210, 20. They're going to get 210, 20 and 210, 20. They're going to get you bet up here 30, 40, 240, 230, 40, 230, 40. Antone, 230.
Antonio. Okay, we can go back.
Okay, back to action, Gary. That's all you got? Red Rock, Oklahoma.
Be a load of Darren's cattle.
Be a loaded Darren's cattle today, guys. Red Rock, Oklahoma. $60 head in his first offering, guys. 60 head. See that brand, the Heart brand over there? See that Heart brand?
Yeah.
Hey. Yep. Nice steers, guys, up there, Red Rock, Oklahoma. Darren Lane. 310, 310, under taking that 10, under taking that 10, and 310, under taking that 10, about, under get 10, under get 10, 10, 10, 12 and a half, under get 12 and a half, and 12 and a half, under get 310, 12 and a half, under get 310, 12 and a half. Anybody else here? 12 and a half, at 310, now 12 and a half, under get 12 and a half, under get 12 and a half, at 310, 12 and a half. Might be a bargain, guys. You'll get 12 and a half, at 310, 12 and a half, under get 12 and a half, now 13, and 13, 14, under get 14, under get 14, and 13, 14, under get 313, 14, and 13, 14, under get 14, under get 14, under get 14, and 14, under get so 3, Kyle 9, Kyle 9.
Go back down to Stewart.
Go back down to Stewart. Here's my buddies, guys, right here.
Be 2 loads of Greg.
Here's Greg Steers. We sold them heifers earlier. They topped the market.
Well, same good condition now. Take a
Same conditions, them good heifers we had. The heifers topped the market here today. The Brewer steers, 120 of them in one draft now. 120 of these steers in this first offering. Good 8-weight steers of the afternoon of the morning. I like his cattle this time.
He's made them better.
I've fed them a time or two. I didn't like them at all last few years ago.
Too eastern.
Yeah. Good job, Brewers. Absolutely.
Stewart condition.
Stewart conditioned, right, Will? Well, they got worlds to go in them now. The guys going to sell 8-weight steers. Weights will be pretty good. Weights will be pretty good. The condition will be great. Flesh condition. Sets it down. Let's get to work on them. I enter to get a 3 1/4, at 325, at 325, to get a 27 1/2, to get a 7 1/2, at 325, to get a 7 1/2, to get 30, and 32 1/2, to get 330, to get 2 1/2, to get 332 1/2, and 2 1/2, 332 1/2, and 332 1/5, and 35, 600, to get a 6, here 7, and 38, to get 38, 38, 39, 39, 40, and 40, to get 40, to get 1, to get a 41, 1, 2, and 41, 2, to get 43, to get 3, to get 3, 4, and 4, to get 43, 44, 43, 44, and 43, 44, 45, and 45, to get 45, 40, 600, and 600, to get 45, to get 607, and 7, to get 47, to get 8, 800, to get 8, to get 4800, to get 800, to get 8, 9, to get 9, 50, and 50, to get 50, to get 50, to get 50, to get 50, and 350 a pound here, 50, to get 49, you'll get 50, and 50, to get 50, to get sold 349, Varner 83. Here's the boys.
Turner and Grady.
Turner and Grady. This is grandkids, isn't it? All right. Grandkids got the best. There'd be 58 of them. Looks like they kind of topped them out for the grandkids. Sure is. Flesh and weights. Well, folks, like Billy said, it got condition, every kind of condition you'd want. And their quality-wise be good enough, I think, too, Bill. Nice set of big steers. 310, and 310, to get that 10, to get 10, and 310, to get that 10, to get 12, to get 12, to get 12, 14, to get 16, to get 18, to get 18, 20, and 320, to get 320, to get 318, 21, and 21, 2, to get 3, to get 3, to get 3, 4, and 25, to get 25, 25, 600, to get 7, and 27, to get 328, to get 29, and 29, to get 30, and 31, to get 31, 31, 31, 31, 31, 31, 31, and 30, 31, 2, and 32, 3, and 34, and 34, to get 3, 34, to get 33, 34, 33, 4, 5, and 35, to get 36, and 35, 600, to get 35, 36, and 35, to get 600, to get 600 here, Troy, and 335, 9, 1. 9, 1. Thank you. Guys, thank y'all mucho, all of you. The whole lineup of right got there, guys. You too, Denton. No, cut him off right there. Carl's. Here's Carl Rothers, guys. Here's Carl Rothers. 23 in the first offering, guys. 23 in the first offering. I entered to get a 310. And 310 entered to get a 10 to buy, but to get 10. And 310 entered to get a 10 to buy, but to get 10, but to get 10, 10, 10, 10, entered to get 310. And 10 entered to get 310, entered to get 12. And 310, 12, entered to get 310, 12. And 12, 14, entered to get 15, entered to get 16, 17, 18, entered to get 19, entered to get 20, entered to get 321. And 22, entered to get 23, entered to get 4. And 24, entered to get 323, 24, 23, 24. And 24, internet's at 5. And 25, entered to get 325, entered to get 325 and 24, 5, but to get 5, but to get 5, but to get 5 there, but to get 5. Internet, 324. Kirk. You know the number on them, Kirk? $43 more of them. Hey, good exotic steers here, folks. Clark already has. Clark already has. They ain't too hot either, are they? I had good steers right here now. To get $3. At $3 bill, 3. To get $3 now, 3. At 3. To get $3 here, 3. To get 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 3. And to get 3. At $3 here, 1. To get a 301. To get a 301. To get a 302. And 2, 3. To 4. To get a 4. To 5. And 600. To get a 6. Here to get 3, 7. To get 8. And 8. To get 800. To get 8. To get 307. 308. 307. 308. And 7, 8. And 7, 8. To get 800. To get 8. To get 307. 308. Internet's out 308 and 8 to get 7, 8, but to give 8, but to give 8, 308. Here's Heavy 307, number 9. $19 more of them. Put a little air on them, guys. Put a little air on them. 275.80 at 275 at 80 at 275 7.5 at 7.5 at 7.5 75 7.5 at 7.5 80 and 280 at 2.5 5 at 85 7.5 at 90 and 90 at 92 at 94 at 94 at 3 4 95 at 95 697 and 98 at 98 98 98 98 98 98 98 98 up I entered at 297 put them on 9. Thank the Rothers. Appreciate you, buddy. Eduardo. Oh, here's Eduardo's. Look at here, folks. You think he's not doing it better? It'll be 92 Ed's cattle. 92 Edwards. Square bodied. Good topped. Nice job there, Ed. You're about to get your cattle better than old Cunningham, you know it? Just about. How are you, Mike Crittenbrink? Nice cattle. They sold well. I appreciate y'all.
Not too bad here.
No, they're not too shabby now. Look at the bodies on them now. I'm not kidding you. Good cattle. Good cattle right there now.
Not yet.
What did you say? All right, thank you.
Okay, outside on the next.
They're predominantly black. Pretty good weights. Guys, here's pretty outstanding load of steers or pen of steers. The black, to be black right here now. To get $3. At $3, to get $3 here. $3 to get $3, to get $3, to get $3, to get $3. At $3 here. 301, to get 301, to get 301, to get $1, to get now one. At 301, to put them away if you're done, guys. 301 and 1, to get 301, to get now $1, now 1, to get 301 and 301, to get now $1, to get 1, 2 and 2, to get 302, 303 and 303, to get 303, to get 303, half 3 at 303, half at 3.5, to get 303 and a half, to get 303 and a half. At 303 and a half, at 303 and a half, but I get half here, half there, but I get half at 303 and a half, but I get 303 and a half, 303 and a half, and a half here. So 303, put them on Kyle 9. Kyle 9. 92? Okay. 28 more. Edwards. Little crossbreds off of them, guys. Little crossbreds off of them, folks. 275 and 275, 275 and 275, 7.5, 80 and 280, 2, 82, 83, 84, 84, 5, 86, 687, 88, 88, 88, 9, 89, 90 and 290, 91, 91, 2, 92, 91, 2, 3, 93, 93, 93, internet's out, and 293, internet's out. 293, Mike Jubid, 293, Tom Jubid, 93, 92, 3, 92, 3, Tubby, 292, 9. Aired up. Thank you, Edward. Appreciate you, bud. Tell the boys thanks. Purcell, Oklahoma. Little handy weights. Be the Clarks. Teddy. Get a little 7-way steers bowl right here now. Here we go, 350. At 350, to get 2.5. At 350, to get 2.5. To get 2.5. To get 2.5. To get 2.5. At 350, to get 50. Move around, Anton. 350 at 50, to get 50 there, but to get 50, to get 2.5, to get 52.5, 52.5, 52.5, at 350, 2.5, at 55, 7.5, to get 7.5, at 357.5, 60, at 360, to get 60, to get 60, to get 60, at 357.5, 60, to get 60, Curtis, 357.5, 71, 71. You guys stay cool, Denton. Get back under the air conditioner. Where you been all day? Where you been all day? Last week for these boys. Last week for these boys. 31 more. You hadn't never thought of Clark a long time, have you, Teddy? You thought of him? Steers, guys, there you go. There you go. You'll like this deal right there, people. Purcell, Oklahoma. That's the deal, isn't it? That's the deal right there now to get at 310. At 310 to get at 10 to get 10. At 10 to get 310 to get at 10 to get 10. To get 10. To get 10. To get 10. At 310 to get at 10 to get 10. Get room bowl 10, 11 at 12 and at 13 to get 13 at 14 to get 15 at 16 to get 17 to get 17, 17, 17, 17, 18, 18 19 to get 19, 19, 20 to get 320 to get 1 at 21, 22 at 22, 3 to get 3, 4 to get 4, 5 to get 26 and 7 to get 8 to get 9 to get 30 to get 30 to get 30 at 30 to get 3, 30 to get 29, 30 at 329 you'll get 30 to get 31 and 31 to get 31 to get 31 to get 31 and 31, 31, 31. So 330 on the internet. Kirk on the internet. Crosses right here now to get 285.90 at 285.90 to get 285 to get 90 to get 285.90 at 285 7.5 to get 7.5 90 at 92 to get 3 to get 4 to get 5 to get 600 at 97 98 99 to get 3 to get 1 at 2 to get 3 to get 4 to get 5 at 600 7 to get 8 to get 9 to get 10 at 11 at 12 at 13 to get 14 to get 15 and 16 to get 17 to get 18 to get 19 20 and 320 to get 20 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 and 20 to get 20 and 1 and 21 21 2 and 22 3 to 22 and 1 2 to get 2 so 321 Varner put him on 85. Moffitt's, here's Andy's, here's Andrews. 2 drafts on Michael. Off the grass, and they're pretty good, and they're pretty light right there. I had to get 3 1/4, at 325, at 25, to get at 325, to get at 25, 25, 7.5, at 7.5, to get 25, 7.5, to get 7.5, at 325, 7.5, to get 7.5. Come on, guys, 7.5, at 325, 600, at 25, to get 600, 325, 26, 7, at 27, at 327, to get 7, to get 7, to get 7, to get 7, at 7, to get 7, to get 7. Internet, 326. Kirk on the internet. Goodbye. 26 more of the Moffitts. Crabgrass. Crabgrass down here burned up. Going that way.
Okay, all right, thank you.
We'll get it. Here's a good set of big boys off of them, guys. That looks more like the Moffitt right there, Billy.
Yes, sir, nice deal.
Good weights, good cattle, guys. Moffitts in Reno. I to get at 310, at 310, at 310, to get at 10, to get at 10, at 10, 12, to get 12, to get 310, to get 12, to get 12, 14, to get at 16, to get 18, to get 20, at 321, to get 2, to get 2, 3, to get 4, at 24, to get 5, to get 600, at 26, 7, to get 8, at 28, to get 9, to get 30, at 30, to get 30, to get 31, to get 32, at 31, 2, 31, 2, 3, 33, 34, at 34, to get 33, 4, 5, 35, 35, 35, at 34, 35, 34, 35, at 34, 35, to get that Troy, at 334, 90. Thank you, Andy. Michael, tell them thanks. Here's 8. Here's Griesbrick cattle right here, boys. I've been weaned for over 90 days, guys. Over 90 days weaned at 375.80, at 375, to give 80, at 380, 90, to get 385, to give 90, at 395, to get 95, to get 4, at 405, to get 405, 10, to get 15, to get 10, 12, 15, 10, and 17 half, and 20, and 422 and a half, to get 22 and a half, 27 and a half, at 27 and a half, to get 427 and a half, at 425, 427 and a half, at 7 and a half, to get 7 and a half, or 425, 5-1. Here's the brothers. Here's the brothers right there now to get a 350, at 350, to get 50, to get 50, to nothing but the grass, guys. 350, at 50, to get a 52 and a half, at 352 and a half, to get 2 and a half, to get 2 and a half, 52 and a half, and 2 and a half. Everybody else here, 352 and a half, at 2 and a half, to get 2 and a half, to get 2 and a half, 2 and a half, and a half here. So 350 put on Varner 69X. We've been selling on these for a couple of days, guys. Marlin, Texas. Nice set of yearling steers, guys. Down in Marlin, Texas. Pretty good kind, Bill.
Yes, they are.
Pretty good kind, Bill. Right there. Here we go. We're going to get 3 1/4 at 325 at 325. Better get at 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. Better get at 325 at 325. Better get at 25, 25, 25, 25, 25 at 25, 30 at 325, 7.5. Better get 7.5. Better get 30 at 332.5. Better get 32.5 at 37.5. Better get 40 at 342.5. Better get 45 and 45, 7.5, 50 at 50. Better get 2.5. Better get 52.5 at 352.5, 5 at 357.5 at 7.5. Better get 7.5. Better get 357.5 at 55, 7.5, 7.5. Hold 355, Varner. 59X, 69X. Karen's dad again, guys. Here's Karen's dad again on the steers off them Heifers we sold earlier off of them Meads up there at Calumet, Oklahoma. Better get 350 at 355 at 5. Better get 5 now 65. Better get 70. Better get 5. Better get 80 at 80. Better get 80, 380, 380, 380, 380 at 377.5 at 75, 7.5. Better get 80 at 380. Better get 80. Better get 80. Better get 80, 7 of 80 at 7.5, 80, 377 of 80. Better get 80. Better get 80. Curtis 377.5, 71. Ince? I hadn't either. Michael, take care of yourself, young man. You bet. Here's Russell Ince's cattle out of Hydro, Oklahoma. Run out of grass. Run out of grass. Ince cattle right there, boys. And here we go. We're going to get 325 at 325 at 325. Better get 7.5. Better get 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5 at 25, 7.5. Better get 25. Better get 7.5 at 325, 600 at 25. Better get 6. Here's 325 now. 600 at 25, 600 at 7 and 27. Better get 7. Better get 7 and 27. Better get 7. Better get 7 and 7. I got my man. 327 7 and 7. Better get 7 dot 326 dot 326 number 8. Buy with confidence. I'll never take you twice. Maybe thrice. SGR. 42 more of them. Had the Heifers earlier, guys, off this deal. Had the Heifers earlier off this deal. That's that winter section deal. Yep. Out of winters. Out of winters here. At 310, at 310, and 10 to get $3. I'll let you bet. Now 301, at 301. To get 100, to get 1, to get 301, 2, to get 2, 3, at 304, to get 4, 5, to get 5, 5, at 600, to get 607, to get 7, to get 7, to get 307, at 7, to get 7, to get 7, at 307, 8, at 8, to get 8, 9, to get 9 here, 9 there, but to get 9, 10, and 310, to get 11, to get 11, 11, 11, 12, and 12, and 13, to get 13, to get 13, 14, and 14, to get 14, to get 13, 14, 15, and 15, to get 16, to get and 15, 16, to get 16, 17, and 17, to get 18, to get 18, to get 18, 19, and 19, to get 20, and 320, to get 20, to get 20, to get 20, and 20, to get T 319, 79, if you would please, ma'am. X, if you wouldn't, ma'am. Turner Farms, right down at Amber, Oklahoma, and the good little red Angus steers right there. People, here to get at 310, at 310, and 310, to get at 10, to get at 310, to get at 12 and a half, at 310, 12 and a half, to get 12 and a half, lady bid 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, at 310, 12 and a half, 310, 12 and a half, at 15, to get at 17 and a half, 2 and a half, 5, at 25, 7 and a half, to get 7 and a half, at 327, at 30, at 32 and a half, 332 and a half, 335, at 332 and a 5, at 2 and a 5, to get 2 and a 5, 2 and a 5, 37 and a half, and 7 and a half, and 7 and a half, here Dodd, at 325, number 8. Dot 8. Jackson, take care of yourself, buddy. Good to see you. You got mail?
No, I'm out of mail.
Oh, I'm sorry. Right here. Yeah. I can't get on apart. quarter caliper Fay, Oklahoma guys. Just 3 of them, but don't hold it against them. And 325, and 325, and 25, and again, 325, and again, 5, 7 and a half, and again, 7 and a half, 30, and 30, and again, 2 and a half, 332 and a half, 332 and a half, and 332 and a half, 5, and 335, 600, and again, 7, and again, 7, 8, and again, 38, 9, and 940, and again, 40, and again, 40, and again, 41, and 41, 2, and again, 42, and again, 41, 42, 41, 2, and 41, 42, 41, 2 here, Warner, 341, 69X. 7 more of them right up there at, where was it? Fay, yeah, but Fay. 7 more of them. I like that first 3 pretty good. We don't generally get that for 3 of them, like just late in the sale. 7 more of the big boys right here. The big boys right here. And to get $3, 2 and a half, and $3 bill, 2 and a half, and to get 2 and a half, and to get $3, 2 and a half, and 2 and a 5, 7 and a half, and to get 7, 15, and to get 10, 12 and a half, and 15, 17 and a half, 20, and 320, and to get 21, and 22, and to get 22, 23, 23, 4, and 24, 5, and to get 25, 600, and 600, and to get 25, 6, 7, and to get 7, and 27, and to get 7, and to get 7, and to get 7, and 7, and to get 7, and to get 7, Hayes, at 326, 9. I'll be a head fake. Yeah. Here's a Baker cattle here in El Reno. Like that deal? David Baker. Dennis, you know David? You don't know anybody at El Reno, do you? You know more people at Winters, Texas than you know at El Reno, Oklahoma. Jason, you know him? He's a traveling man. Well, look what he got right here now. To get 325, at 325, at 325, at again, 25, 7 and a half, at again, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 30, at 31, to get 31, 32, to get 2, 3, at 34, to get 35, to get 3600, at 7, to get 78, to get 3800, and to get down here 40, at 41, to get 42, to get 3, at 44, 5, at 45, to get 4, 5, to get 5, to get that. So 44, put them on 79X T. RJ cattle now. You know RJ Hubbard? Yep. There's 7 more RJ cattle out of Binger, is that right? Binger, Oklahoma. Good steers, people. Good steers, people. At 340, at 340, to get 2 and a half, to get 42 and a half, at 342 and a half, 42 and a half, 42 and a half, at 340, to get 1, to get 41, to get that 1, at 41, Binger, to get 1, T, at 340, put them on 79X. Same animals. Come on, Oakley. Come on, Hudson. Come on, Hudson. You're going to school tomorrow. 3 big boys right there now to get $3 at 301, at 301, to get 301, to get 301, to get 301, to get 3, to get 1, to get 1, to get 1, to get 1, and 1, to get 1 David Dodd. $3, put him in number 10. Mavis cattle here. The Mavis cattle now, little handy weights right there. People to get 3 1/4, at 3 1/4, at 325. Again, come on, Oakley. 3 1/4, at 325, to get 7 and a half, at 325, 7 and a half, at 30, to get 32 and a half, 32 and a half, 35, 37 and a half, 40, and 2 and a half, 42 and a half, 45, 7 and a half, 47 and a half, 50, at 51, at 51, to 2, to get 2, 3, to get 3, 4, and 4, 5, to get 55, to get 5, to get 5, to get 5, 355, at 354, 5, at 54, to get 5, 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 or 354, put on number 81. Yard them out. I don't know. By the Mavis. Ten more of the Mavis steers. Good crossbred steers. Good big crossbred steers here. Enter to get 3 at $3 1 at 301 to get 3 to get 1 to get 301 at 301 to get 301 to get 301 to get 301 to get 301 1 1 301 and 301 and 301 now 1 2 302 301 2 301 302 and 301 2 3 2 2 2 young 2 here 2 and 301 2 3 and 303 4 5 305 and 305 6 here 6 or 7 and 7 8 308 8 9 and 9 and 9 8 90 90 90 90 90 tub 308 tub 9. Thank you to them folks. Let's go to Stecker cattle. Strecker down there at Chattanooga. Streckers. Chattanooga, Oklahoma. Pretty good little Angus steers. Believe they're raising some good black Angus steers. Here we go. Order to get 350 and 350 to get 2.5 and 350 to get 2.5 to get 2.5 to get 2.5 350 2.5 and 2.5 to get 2.5. Very good kind, boys. And 350 and 350 to get 50 to get 50 to get 50 to get 50 and 350 to get 50 to get 35 40 and 335 7.5 to get 40 and 42.5 and 42.5 to get 342.5 and 340 to get 2.5 to get 2.5 here there. So at 340, put them on number 7 and put them on 7 on Warner. Strecker steers again. Got steers, nice steers here now. 335, 40, at 335, to get 40, to get 40, to get 25, 30, at 25, 30, to get 25, to get 30, 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 at 330, to get 30, to get a well-bred steers guy. 330, at 325, at 325, 325, 325, 25, 25, 30, at 30, to get 30, to get 30, so 325, put them a dot 8. What was that Strecker kid's name used to work for us out here? Jason, what was that Strecker's name he used to work out here? Russell? Millerton, Oklahoma. Stewart, we sold a lot into these yesterday, too, guys. They're outstanding set right there, I think, right here now. 375 at 375 at 375 at 375 at 75 at 5 here 5 there at 375 375 anybody here 5 at 375 here to get 60 at 5 at 5 at 5 at 5 at 5 now 70 and 70 and 370 Jace and 70 to get 70 to get 70 to get 70 and 70 bar 365 put them on 69X. 10 more of them. Millerton. Where is Millerton? Millerton, Oklahoma.
I don't know. They're pretty nice.
South. West of Marietta. I don't know. I thought I'd been everywhere down there. I don't remember Millerton. We'll look at the condition on them, folks. Right there now, to get 335, 40, at 335, to get 7.5, at 35, 7.5, to get 7.5, to get 335, 7.5, at 35, to get 7.5, at 40, and 40, to get 41, to get 42, to get 43, to get 43, 4, and 44, to get 45, and 45, to get 5, to get 5, $6, at $6, to get $6 here, to get dot, at 345.8. Down by Broken Bow and Idabel. All right, thank you. There you go. This same deal?
No, Mark
Nightingale from Cement. Nightingale's under Cement, Oklahoma. Nice boys here now. To get 310, at 310, to get 12, at 310, 12, 14, to get 16, to get 18, to get 20, at 322, to get 4, to get 46 here, to get 8, at 30, to get 32, to get 34, to get 36, at 34, 36 here, to get 334, put them on dot 8. Come on in. We need somebody. Promise you we do. I couldn't help it. Just I got. Whew, a good one right here. Here we go. We're going to get 275, 275, 80, 280, 82 and a half, 82 and a half, 85, 7 and a half, 90, 292 and a half, 95, 95, 95, Dodd, 292 and a half, 10. I'm sorry, I got to take that back. I didn't even taste it. I didn't even taste it coming out. Escobar cattle right here now. Hudson. Escobar, what are you doing sitting down? Got to be standing up in that ring. You can't sit down. Escobar cattle, guys. One Escobar cattle, people. Okay, you're going to get 375, at 375, 375, 83, 83, 83, 83, 80, and 80, you're going to give 80, yes sir, 80, you're going to get 75, 80, and 80, Curtis 375, number 61, and number 61. Good things come to those that wait. At the gate, in the gate. Dean cattle from Blanket, Texas. The steers, bulls. The bulls. There you go. Speak right up where you can hear you. Good job, buddy. All right, here we go. $3 at $3. You're to get $3 here. $3. You're to get $3. You're to get $3. You're to get $3. You're to get $3 at $3 here. 302 and a half. To get 302 and a half at 302 and a half. To get 2 and a half at 2 and a half. To get 302 and a half. 2 and a half. 2 and a half at $3. Put them at number 18X. Okay, Jason, your turn to shine. This is a Rodney Cook cattle. They come from where? O'Keene? Orlando, Oklahoma. What'd you call them? Akushi. Akushis. 3/4 Akushi. And a quarter what? Red Angus. Quarter Red Angus, 3/4 Akushi. That's a new one on me. $3, 2 and a half. At 3, a little bit, 2 and a half. At $3, 2 and a half. At again, 2 and a half. At again, 302 and a half here. Where'd David go? 302 and a half. At 302 and a half. At 302 and a half. At again, 2 and a half. Anybody else here? 2 and a half. At 5. At 305. At $6. At 7. At again, 7. At again, 8. At again, 308. 9. At 9. 10. At again, 310. 11. 11. At again, 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. 11. At 310. 11 here. At again, 10. 11. I sold 310. Tubby 9. At 310. Tubby no 80. 101. 101. Same deal. Thomas Merritt. What's he hosting? Wagyu. Okay. Wagyu. I had it again at 270, at 270, and 270, it again 70, 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 and 270, it a pretty good body now. 80, you get it here. At 280, at 275, 80, it again 5, it again 90, at 290, internet 90, it again 285, 95, at 95, it again 95, 5 times 3, at $3 internet 3, at $3 internet 3, at $3 internet 3, it again 3, it again 3 bar 295, 85. Did you go to baseball today? Thought you had baseball this morning. You didn't make it. You won't make it as a team then. You will. Big steer right there now to get at $3. At $3 here, 3 to get 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 3 at 302 and a half to get 2 and a half to get 302 and a half to get 2 and a half at 302 and a half to get 2 and a half. Sold $3. Put them on bar number Kyle 9. 92. 92. Thank you. What about today? Lower? Varner 69X.
We have on our 65.
Why, absolutely, no doubt. That's a $20 higher reason, yeah.
Oh, 79 in the air.
Aired up. Who's y'all?
Off of Ed Rosen.
Jason Ed Rother. Aired up a little. Selling? What'd you say? 50, 250, 250, 5, 255, 255, 255, 255, and 5, sold, 250 internet, 250. 88. Goodbye, there, Mr. Haynes.
Never Black Baldy off that Varner 69. See another Varner 85.
If I get off before noon, Jason, if I get done before noon, can we go get my pipe? Drag pipe, not a smoking pipe. We got to go down there and get it. Get the truck. Jeff, you want to help me? Jeff, George, Jeff, you want to help me today? You want to help today? He's kind of grouchy.
Varner 85. Okay, thank you.
Next week, guys.